Hi there, and welcome to this episode of Consciousness Fucking Empowerment. Here we talk about consciousness, the law of attraction, and how to reach your fucking dreams. All right, so let's get started. Today we're going to talk about an amazing chapter, Chapter 19, Essentials by Neville Goddard. This is how, in Power of Awareness, this is how you know that Neville Goddard really wanted us to understand and apply this shit to manifest our best life. He broke it down into three things that he believes are essentials, okay? Are essential for you to manifest, okay? These three things. And I'm going to go over them in a few quotes that are going to help us grasp the understanding of the chapter. So it's a great chapter. Essentials. What is an essential? An essential is something that you need, like water, food, essentials. Without it, we're gone. Okay? We die. Essentials. Clothing is not essential. We can walk around butt ass naked. We won't die. It's not essential. It's just something we want to wear, I guess, because of the elements. But if you live in California, it's 70 degrees in the middle of the day. At noon, 70 degrees. It's nice and warm. All of us can walk around butt ass naked. But I digress, okay? I digress. So before we get started and we go into the fundamentals, the essentials of manifesting with Neville Goddard and myself, ask yourself this question. Am I ready to be the highest version of myself? If you are not, do not continue. Go watch something else, develop yourself, and then come back. Okay, because then you're going to be manifesting the level, the basic version of yourself. Okay, because there's no levels. They just keep on going higher. Okay, there's just infinite levels. And they're all just whatever you want it to be. Okay, so there's no really a ladder. It's just consciousness and states, okay? But get what you really fucking want. That is the fundamental, the main idea of the question. Are you really going after what you fucking want? Okay? If you are, continue. Number two, if you're ready to learn and apply, okay, with an open mind, keep on watching. Because if you're not ready to learn with an open mind and apply what you're learning, it doesn't mean shit. You're wasting your time, okay? The ego is like, da, 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 da. I know, because that happens to me too, okay? I have to tell myself, okay, I'm going to be open-minded, okay? I'm going to be open-minded. I'm going to learn. Okay, I'm gonna be humble. I think that in that aspect, I'm gonna be humble because this person understands something that I do not, that I want to understand. Okay, or I want to learn more from. Maybe you want to learn more, right? So you learn from somebody else who's also teaching what you're teaching or doing. All right, so let's get started. All right, chapter 19, essentials. First quote: first and above all, yearning. Longing, intense, burning desire. Okay. That is the first step of the essential points in the successful use of the law of assumption. Okay. You must first desire and then intend to succeed. Desire is concentrated and intentioned. And I like this quote here. Quote, with all your heart, you must want to be different from what you are. Intense, burning desire is the mainspring of action, the beginning of all successful ventures. And then he brackets combined with intention to make good. Okay. Intense, burning desire. I understand this because when I was in prison, when I was incarcerated at 18 to 20 years old, I knew that I did not want to come back. So I had an intense burning desire to change, to become a good person, a morally good person, a noble person. And go to college, and be back with my family. So I would visualize those two things, right? I didn't have to visualize being good. I knew in my heart, it's something in your heart. Just being good is listening to your conscience. Your conscience tells you don't hurt people, or don't steal, don't lie, all those things. That's your conscience telling you, okay? And Neville Goddard in this chapter goes on to say that when you assume the good that you desire, you are being righteous because you are feeling that what you really desire in your heart. That's very important to know what it is that you want. That's the key to happiness. Going after what you want. And life is more about the process than the result. We're more happy during the process, during this manifestation process, during our visualization, throughout the bridge of incidents, or like as things unfold. That's where the fun is at, Of course, it'll be cool when you get the manifestation. You're like, yes, but then you're empty. You're like, oh, okay, what now? And then a new goal comes up. All right, so I digress. Number 2. Oh, before I go to number 2, here's the quote that I highlighted from Neville Goddard. Righteousness is a consciousness of already being what you want to be. Okay, and he's talking about a quote that he gets from the Bible, Matthew 5:6. Blessed are they that hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. I'm gonna say it again. Blessed are they that hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. And then he goes on to say, righteousness is the consciousness of already being what you want to be. Okay? That's being righteous. That's being real with yourself. It's not being fake. It's being authentic with yourself. You know what you want. Okay? You know what you want, and you can have it. Don't let society, friends, family, or anybody tell you that you can't have it. It's for you. That is for you. Now assume it. Okay? Now, second essential. Cultivate physical immobility, a physical incapacity not unlike the state described by Keats' Ode to Nightingale. And this is what he's talking about in the Ode to a Nightingale. A drowsy numbness pains my senses, as though a hemlock I had drunk. I'm presuming that hemlock is a alcoholic beverage, so he's numb to the senses. You don't see the senses, and then you're in a drowsy state, okay? He goes on to explain this. It is a state akin to sleep, but one in which you are still in control of the direction of attention. You must learn to induce this state at will, but experience has taught that it is more easily induced after a substantial meal or when you wake in the morning feeling very loath to rise. Okay, so those are 2 times that you can create that state of drowsiness. Or, like I've shared here, take deep breaths, okay? Breathe deeply. Allow your stomach to extend. Hold it for a few seconds. 4 seconds to suffice. And then push it in 2 times as long, so 8 seconds or more. You'll feel your body relax, and you start getting that relaxed, calm state. And you can start visualizing. Okay. And third is the visualizing part. Okay. Here's the awesomeness, because this is where you start assuming the feeling, right? And I am starting to get enthusiastic and excited, because when you assume the feeling, it feels amazing. It's amazing. You have what you want, okay? So, quote, the third and last thing to do is to experience in your imagination what you would experience in reality had you achieved your goal. And then in brackets, you must gain it in imagination first, for imagination is the very door to the reality of that which you seek. but use imagination masterfully and not as an onlooker thinking of the end, but as a partaker thinking from the end. Okay. I love this, what he said. Imagination is the very door to the reality of that which you seek. So imagination is the door that you walk through, okay, metaphorically speaking, to experience what you want physically. But how it actually works is, literally, you must be a partaker, thinking from the end, okay? Imagine that you possess a quality or something you desire which hitherto has not been yours, okay? And I'm gonna share a quote right here. 2 quotes that are powerful. I highlighted like completely because they're powerful, right? Ready? Let's get it. Quote, surrender yourself completely to this feeling until your whole being is possessed by it. This state differs from reverie in this respect. It is a result of a controlled imagination and a steadied, concentrated attention. Whereas reverie is the result of an uncontrolled imagination, usually just a daydream. So he's comparing 2 things. A reverie is a dream. He's saying, when you don't have a controlled imagination, you're thinking here, thinking here, thinking here, thinking here. You're visualizing, right? You're trying to visualize, but you're thinking here, thinking here, thinking here, thinking here, thinking here, going all over the place. You're just daydreaming. But when it's a controlled imagination and a steadied, concentrated attention, you are surrendering yourself to that assumption, okay? Because you're so immersed in it and you are a partaker thinking from the end, okay? Not thinking of it. Okay. I'm gonna quote him again earlier what I said about onlooking and partaking. Quote, but use imagination masterfully and not as an onlooker thinking of the end, but as a partaker thinking from the end. What I like to say is don't visualize yourself wanting the state. Visualize yourself having the state. So let's talk about a car, right? If you want a car, you're not going to be at a car lot or dealership, right? And you're going to be like looking at the car, desiring it, like, oh man, I wish I had it, in your imagination. No, you're gonna be in your car with your girl, your partner, whatever, you know, your parents, somebody you're close to, and they're like, hey man, congratulations on your new car, and you're like, man, thank you, you know, and you're driving the car, and it's already yours, and you're like coming home, parking it, or maybe you're stepping out of your house, out of your apartment, villa, what have you, and then you see your car, you got your key, beep beep, going in it, you're going wherever you're gonna go. All right, the difference. And then lastly, this quote, the secret of thinking from the end is to enjoy being it. The minute you make it pleasurable and imagine that you are it, you start thinking from the end. All right, you start thinking from the end. The secret of thinking from the end is to enjoy being it. The minute you make it pleasurable and imagine that you are it, you start thinking from the end. All right. So again, I'm gonna go over the 3 points. Number 1, an intense desire for it and intending to be successful. When I was in prison, I had a deep desire to be a good person and to go to college. I'd be back with my family. Deep fucking desire. And I knew I was going to be successful because I wasn't going to do anything else. If I did anything else, I would go back. I would revert to going to parties, drinking, robberies, all kinds of bad shit. Okay. So my desire was there. It was intense. And I knew I was going to be successful because there was no other option. Okay. There's no other option. I wasn't going to be doing the other stuff that I was doing. So I killed the old character and created a new one. Okay. Two, and now I'm a new character. I'm no longer in college. I'm a new character. Now I'm a YouTuber teaching the laws of the universe and consciousness, law of attraction, and how you can do what I did, reach your dreams. Okay. Number two, physical immobility. Relax. Remember my acronym that I created, PPR, if it's easier for you. PPR, be persistent. Okay, be persistent in your exercises of visualizing. Presence, okay, I am and are, relax. Be immobile when you do your visualization. Be immobile, relax. He shares 2 times that you can make this happen. When you wake up, when you're drowsy, he shares that time because your mind is recharged. Your like focus power is a little stronger than late at night. Okay, and then after a substantial meal, that food coma. And 3, the assumption of the wish already fulfilled. Okay, and that goes to the secret that he shares. The secret of thinking of the end is to enjoy being it. The minute you make it pleasurable and imagine that you are it, you start thinking from the end. The assumption of the wish already fulfilled. Okay. The assumption of the wish already fulfilled. 3 points. Those are the basics. Master these 3 things and you start manifesting things. Okay. You start manifesting shit. All right. Deep desire with the intention to succeed. Okay. 2, immobilize yourself when you visualize. Make yourself calm because it helps you concentrate more. You're not worried about moving, hitting something, things like that. Okay. 3, assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Ask yourself, how do I feel now that this is true? This is real. Or just feel after you visualize, as you visualize, you loop the image, right? You loop the scenes. You're enjoying what you want, and you start feeling good. You're like, now sit in the feeling of having it. You have it now in your imagination. So sit in the feeling of having it. Be still. Just feel it. Feel it. Open your eyes and then feel it. Okay, so let's do that now. Okay, let's do it now. Where's the... All right. I don't know where I left my bookmarker, but it's okay. All right. So relax. Take a deep breath. Extend your stomach. Now exhale. Push your stomach inward, ever so slightly. Now think of your wish, your desire. What is it that you really want to manifest? You're not going to stop until it's successfully manifested. You know what it is. You know what it is. Now you got it. All right. Now let's take another deep breath. You know what it is. And now start visualizing it. Now loop it. Do it again. Visualize it again from the beginning. If you smile, you know you got it. So take a deep breath now again. Extend your stomach as you breathe in deeply. Exhale. 2 times as long. Push your stomach in a little bit. Now visualize it again. Allow the scene to unfold. Now feel the feeling of the wish fulfilled. How do you feel now that your wish is fulfilled? Take a deep breath again. Exhale. Open your eyes. Stay in that feeling. Stay in that feeling. Sit in it. Sit in it. Be still. Now, you don't have to worry about what's going to happen next, what you need to do. The hunches will come to you. It'll come to you. It'll be so seamless. It'll be seamless. Why? Because the subconscious doesn't work consciously. Everything we do is subconscious. Everything we have is through our subconscious mind. Everything we have, it's already part of our subconscious. The word that I want to use for the way the subconscious works is that it works on... It's the word that I want to use. Automatic, but there's a better word that I want to use. The subconscious is automatic. The subconscious is habitual. Works on impulse. It's on impulse. Boom, boom. Kind of like when I got my mentor at university, which is crucial for me to... Wow, I just got deja vu. It's crucial for me to succeed, right? Now I'm the teacher. Because I learned, she taught me the basics of everything. She said, she's the one who told me to become a master, you must master the basics, the essentials, okay? To become the master. And there's basics in everything, health, wealth, and mastering of manifesting. So the subconscious is on impulse. And when I had this impulse experience, I went up to my teacher. I'm like, what am I doing? I was like, whoa, this is automatic. I'm like, what am I doing? And I gave her a hug and I said, hi, professor, I want to say hi to you. And we had a conversation. We talked about slavery, which was both our research interests and how we were studying it. And it was amazing. It was just super amazing. Okay. So the subconscious works on impulse. You'll do it on impulse. It'll just be like impulsive. That's how everything we have is, honestly. And then it becomes subconscious after we consciously decide this is what we want to do and become. We call it discipline, but it's actually conscious mind implants an idea in the subconscious and it becomes impulse through our disciplined thought. I hope you like this one. Until next time, if this resonated with you, make sure to comment. Let me know that it resonated. Let me know if you want more explanation. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this with somebody you fucking love. If this brought someone to mind, share it with them. I love you. Until next time, peace.